Hello and welcome to the Baku Grand Prix, the Azerbaijan Grand Prix that isn't coming to you from Azerbaijan because this is another episode of Formula Food. We're cooking for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. We're cooking over in Baku. We're cooking on the shores of the Caspian Sea. It is the Caspian Sea, isn't it? Probably should Google that. It is the Caspian Sea, I am correct. Yes, we are recording on, well, not actually on the shores of the Caspian Sea. I would like to be recording and presenting Formula Food to you from the shores of the Caspian Sea. We're still in Bedfordshire, but that's regardless. What we're cooking tonight is plov, which is effectively like an sort of Azerbaijani sort of rice dish, and we're going to be pairing up with some sea bream, because that's about as close as I could get to a sort of sturgeon or a catfish, or one of the more typical fishes you would find in the Caspian Sea. So we've got sea bream. We're going to be cooking that on the hot plate over here on the hob, and we're going to be doing with that plov, which is effectively a sort of generalized term for a rice dish. There's so many different variations and variants of plov. A lot of them are very similar to sort of a risotto, a paella, or even the biryani. It seems to be sort of a basically rice done with meat and vegetables thrown in. We're doing our fish on the side and using the plov to act as a side dish, if anything. Into our plov we are going to be adding a few things. We've got green beans, we have spring onions, looking at what's on the side, and an aubergine. It's called an aubergine, it's not an eggplant, it looks nothing like an egg. I think I said this when I last used one for, I want to say olada, wasn't it? The Spanish Catalan stew. But anyway, yeah, mixed vegetables, they're going to be going in. We're going to be toasting off some basmati rice, which is sitting behind the camera soaking at the moment. Mixing it all together, and one key ingredient that makes our plov and very Azerbaijani is the use of saffron. There's going to be a huge amount of spices and herbs that, once this focuses on the saffron, we'll be all right. A huge amount of spices and herbs that go into making Azerbaijani dishes quintessentially Azerbaijani, to bring that fantastic flavour to them, and saffron is a key ingredient for that. It's a saffron rice. So let's get cooking. Okay, so we've done our vegetable prep. The vegetables that are going to form the sort of other half of our plov that isn't the rice are in our pot. They are sizzling away nicely. They have a bit of butter in there, keeping it nice and soft. We've got a bit of salt in there at the moment as well, and a little bit of dill. Like I said earlier on in a piece to camera, spices make up a huge part of Azerbaijani culture. Alongside dill, I think we also have things like celery seeds, coriander seeds, tarragon, parsley, and the most important one, like I said, is of course saffron, this one here, which I have sitting just off of camera in a jug of water. This is going to be the part that helps make our rice go soft. As you can see, it is a beautiful golden yellow colour with loads of pistils or strands of saffron sitting in the hot water, making a beautiful flavourful stock almost. This is going to cook our rice once we add it in here. We're going to, as usual, toast the rice off first, and with a load more butter going into the dish, because butter just adds so much fantastic flavour. Anyway, rice is going into the dish with a bit of butter, toast it off, make it nice and brown, add the water with saffron in it, a lot of flavour goes in, then on the little hot plate, the fish. I think I'm repeating myself at this point, but we're all good. We know what we're doing, and as usual, recipe will be in the description below with the links to Food Tribe, where all the details and pretty pictures will be.